Professor Yusuf, let's take a look at, let's take a look at what happened after the Abuja-Kaduna train attack, and families are really calling on governments across board to act responsibly by not resuming operations there because insecurity pervades there. That's not only the reason. Afterwards, it seems as if to say kidnappings and other forms of criminalities have resumed on that axis on the road, since many people cannot use the train anymore. And Governor Rufai is saying that's going to really demolish and relocate 3 villages along that axis. What's your take on that? You think that can help in reducing activities of criminals, they're terrorists, let's put it simply. If he does that, what's your take?
All right. So Nigerians need to realize, and I don't have to tell them, these are volatile times Nigeria is in an election year. So leaders need to have wisdom and act with compassion. In an election year, when everybody is on the edge, people are suffering, and you're thinking of relocating 3 villages and demolishing them and kicking them out of their ancestral homes. Isn't this what we see in Gaza Strip and West Bank in Palestine? It is called collective punishment. Nigeria is a signatory to United Nations treaties on human rights. Mass relocation of civilians is illegal. Relocation must be voluntary. Even in Ukraine, you find people still in Mariupol, but still they don't want to move. So for a governor to say, oh, I'm going to mass relocate and demolish ancestral homes of people because there are bandits or there are informants, it's not only reckless, it's unjust, and is dangerous. Because
Professor Yusuf,
he's going to stir, let me finish, he's going to stir the hornet's nest. It's not going to make anything better. It won't. It will worsen this, and I urge the president to call him to order. It's going to make things really, really worse. It's reckless, it's unjust, and it's against the treaty Nigeria signed. They need to be very, very careful. It's going to worsen the security situation. They need to do better than this.
It will seem to an average person watching that you may have some personal vendetta when it comes to the person of Governor Rufai. It seems as if he can't just do anything right. If that is the notion of someone, how do you react to that? That's number 1 question. And number 2, in all of this, if you had the opportunity, how would you fix them?
Right. So to say personal vendetta is trivializing it. I'm better than this, and he knows that. Leadership is a responsible position, responsible situation, and you just don't do anything the way you want to do it, especially when it affects people. It's like will the governor of Imo State go and say, I'm going to relocate Olu because IPOB and ESN are there? Will the governor of Imo State or Anambra State go and say, carpet bomb all those forests that they're in? So it's nothing personal, it's real. He is occupying a chair that is voted into to govern responsibly. And as far as security is concerned, I don't see that. Relocating these villages, these 3 villages, for the crimes of bandits, I don't know how many they are, or informants, because the government has failed. It is the responsibility of government, his and the federal government, to go and fish out those responsible, not to demolish the whole 3 villages. It's going to make things worse. That's why we are raising our voices now and say this is going to worsen the security situation and affect all of us. All of us. It could have been me, my wife, my son. We have friends and families in that train. So this is not something trivial. The chair and leadership is not somebody's personal property. It's a situation that must be governed responsibly. And I don't see that as far as security is concerned. So even mulling the idea of demolishing those three villages is reckless. And this governor must be called to order. It's against international convention.
All right, Prof. I mean, I just needed to ask the question because many of our viewers wonder what is going on. So the other question is, if you had the opportunity, if all of these are not working, all the things the Governor El-Rufai is doing, they are not working by what you can see and what people can feel. If you had the opportunity, how would you fix it?
Right. And I've said it. There's not one single person that have monopoly of ideas. Everybody must be engaged. Everybody, stakeholders. And I've said it before and before. There is a role for the military, but there's not going to be a military solution to banditry in Nigeria. Everybody must be involved. The executive, the important stakeholders, as traditional rulers, clerics, and elders, and the communities, and the government. So if you don't involve everybody, how are you going to take care of this problem? The military cannot solve this problem alone. Neither can the police. Neither can the governor. But you must engage everybody and find out what the problems are. Has he engaged leaders of those communities to fish out those that are responsible for all of this? So it's a responsibility for everybody. I'm a physician, that's why I've gotten into this. I've gotten into this because it is our duty and responsibility to all come in. Because our children and grandchildren will ask us, what did we do? We cannot leave things to the military or to politicians. Because the politicians in 1 year, they're all gone. They will leave us with this mess they put us in. And the military is calling to clean up their mess. So for goodness sake, we all must get involved and question our leadership to do the right thing. And that's why I'm involved. Raising our voices for those who cannot raise their voices. People in those villages cannot come and say, we don't want this to happen. They will not come out in placards. Next, you will see, you have tractors and this thing demolishing their houses. It is wrong. We are raising our voices for justice and for people who do not have voices.